Good morning and welcome to A Life Worth Living. I'm Frederick Groth, and I believe that God has a plan and purpose for everyone. And I have a message of hope and truth to show you a life worth living. So this morning, Genesis chapter 36, we have a great lesson. And there goes my notes, my journal. Jacob and Esau have their reunion. They get together, they cry over each other, they're happy, they're grateful, they connect, they catch up, they meet each other's, Esau meets Jacob's family, and now they have to separate because Esau and Jacob's wealth is too big for the land to carry. And so, and wealth, I mean cattle and sheep and goats and donkeys and all that kind of stuff. And so they have to take two separate routes and live in two separate locations so that the land can sustain them on Jacob's way to see his father again. And this brings up a great principle, a great point, and that is there will always come a time when we need to separate our lives from parts of our family and move on to endeavor to get our own success. We can't live off mom and dad's coattails forever. We can't live off of Nan and Pop's coattails forever. We must grow in ourselves. We must grow in our own bank accounts. We must grow in our own success so that we can move on and expand ourselves and start our own family, start our own tribe, if you will, start our own whatever our purpose is built around, to get out and spread our wings on our own. We can't just stay underneath someone else all the time. See, and I'm not talking about being an employee here. I mean, some people will always be an employee. Not everybody's going to own a business. I don't mean that we're not a part of a service group in a town, and you're not necessarily the president or the chairman of that service group. What I mean is that we all have our purpose, and we're growing in that purpose. We're growing in that development. We're making that thing worthwhile. We're making that thing something that is our own. Even if we're networking with others, that's great and that's fine. We've got to do that. But we're not just stuck underneath our own, underneath the umbrella of past family. Every young adult must leave home to get their own success. Every family must separate from the Nan and Pops to some degree. You know, not necessarily leaving town, but moving to a new location, moving to a new home, and becoming another extension of the tribe, to being another tribe on their own even. Every business must find its own market. There's only so many people in each market. And if we're selling the same thing, if we're offering the same services, there's only so many people that we can draw from. So if we get our own market, then we've successfully gotten the income for that business that we need. If there's too much, some competition is great, but if there's too much competition, somebody is going to be kicked out of the income stream. So we've got to find the market that we fit into so that we can grow our own selves. We can become kings of our own success. And so oftentimes you'll see in scripture that people had to, the land couldn't contain, and so they had to take and separate into two different tribes, if you will, because the land couldn't handle the culmination of so many people in one location. So it's very important that we understand this principle. It's not that we're, alienating ourselves from other people. No, we're not doing that. But we're finding our own market, finding our own tribe, finding our own success for the purpose that God has given us. So, it's your turn to get up and go and live a life worth living and find your success. Have a great day.